One more. Oh, wait, that's an old video because she's smoking in that one. Oh, I'm so sorry.
All right, people. Hello, hello, hello. Let me go. All right. Now all I got to do is wait on my co-host. Okay. All right, people. Warrior Princess out live on chat. Let's talk. Hello, Aurora. It's nice to see you too, dear. I try to be on time. I almost didn't make it, but I made it. Let me check on my co-host. All right. Hello, Rick Delaney. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Joanne. Hello, Robin. You know what? I really need to set this up a little bit better than what I got. You see my screen right there. Hello, Bobby. Is everybody ready? I know I am. On this Sunday afternoon. And Joanne, what's that you asking about your reading? Everything's good. positive attitude, positive mind. I don't know what happened to the video. It downloaded automatically. I don't know what I did. I possibly maybe touched the button. Don't know. I know half my video is gone. I don't know where it went. Maybe, but I know half my video is gone. So yeah. Hello.
Hey, how you doing? This is Laz. Let me put on my my thing here. Boy, I get full screen. Yeah. How you doing today?
I'm good.
Yeah, that's. I guess you can record this. Let me see. I guess I can. Let me see something. I was gonna try to record this separate so we don't lose anything. Because YouTube is very unpredictable now.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I lost half my video the last time I made one. Don't know what happened to it.
It's weird because okay, so what is it trying to do?
So I understand what you're trying to do.
Oh yeah, let me see. So you can hear me. How about can you see me or
No,
no?
I can't see you.
What does it show?
Your name?
My name? Oh, okay. Let me see. Yeah, because I'm trying to. Let me get a. I just got home and let me get something. But yeah, because
You still there? Okay.
yeah, I've been like trying to screen through a lot of software. What has happened is YouTube is okay. Can you hear me? Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube has. I wanted. Okay. I see what it says there. Let me get my get this going there. All right. Okay, that's a little better.
There you go.
YouTube has rearranged all the way they do things and all the software and Google. So you have to get like different. I had to purchase some software to do this recording just to back up because what they do is they hijack your mic and your video. And that's not nice, you know.
No, it's not.
And when they hijack it, So then you have to have a software that shares now in your video and audio recordings. And that's bear to find the right one. I went through about 5 till I found one. And then so the video, I already have a video, which I can do a video one. I have a video that doesn't need to share the audio, and I can record the video also. So I can then pair up the two, and I got a video and audio, but it's the way that they don't want you to record the audio on your system, because then what they do is they can edit out things that they don't want. I've seen that done in videos, like when you say something, they'll just take it right out. And then it'll look like a glitch, but it's not a glitch. It's they censor things out. What is the link to the YouTube one? Because I have, so I can also be on see the chat. Let me see.
You should be able to see it.
Let me go. Well, yeah, no, they didn't send me the alert or anything or notification. So I'll have to go to, let me go to your site. And then what I have to do is I have to go to your site. But you see, your site is also mixed between about 100 other people. So you don't have a direct link to it does that too with mine, and it does that too with another one. So like, you see that? I don't even have your name. Oh my goodness. You see, I was on there last week, right? Now your name doesn't show up under the notification, see?
Wow. Well, see, I didn't get a notification for yours either when you put out your video.
Oh my goodness. Like, so how do we do this? Let me see. I can't watch your chat. So if I type in your, yeah, I'm glad we're going over this because of that way everybody knows this. They're gonna go through this too. I'm typing in your name, and what comes up, I even got Xena coming up. Are you really? And Laura Croft. Oh my goodness, look at all that stuff. So
you just had to scroll down till you find me, because there's a lot of warrior princess. I found that out.
yeah, that's what I was saying. So when you, well, there's about 1 million something. So if you, can you put your link? You know how to do that, right? You go to your site, and then here, let me get back on Zoom. You go to your site, and then you go to like the my channel, and then you copy and paste it. And if you put that onto this right here on the Google, then what we can do then is I can subscribe again to you, because it's impossible.
Oops.
Hold on. Oh, there you go.
Oh, you got me?
I got something here like somebody sent it to me, the blessing. Oh, great. Now I got it.
Yeah, somebody was doing it for us in the chat.
Oh my God. There we go.
The community know they know I'm slow. So they already was doing it for me.
It says I'm subscribed though.
Yeah.
It says I'm subscribed though and everything, and I didn't get the notification. It's terrible. I'm on Firefox with you, so I'm not gonna sit there and bother with going to these. There we go. That's being recorded. And now I'll go to Zoom, open up Zoom. And what I do with okay, close that up. Close that up. Now I have that with
Must not be showing up on my. Hold on.
Yeah. We almost got to get really technologically advanced before these people. So so that we can
Okay.
actually,
I'm
you
gonna have to
know.
hold it up this way before I can see my chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna close this up a bit. Oh no, that's good. Yeah, well I got.
Hey,
Oh,
Rainbow.
and then I can
Hey,
close this
Patrick.
a bit.
Thank you, Patrick.
There you go. I can.
I couldn't see my chat. Thank y'all for helping.
Yeah, now I can see it now. I can see our chat now.
Yeah,
I can
y'all.
type
Thank y'all
it.
for helping. Y'all know I'm slow. You know those my favorite words right there. I'm slow.
Oh my goodness, I'm going in as transmissions. Why am I? Why is that doing that?
Hello, blessings.
You see, I'm going as transmissions because though I signed in as ascending the beings to Zoom. Okay, so let me do this then. I know where to go. I know what to do. Oh God,
I hear you, Deborah.
we're like it's getting terrible with all this stuff.
It is. And then I'm learning it all at the same time and then having this type of trouble.
Well, they have. Did she put the link in the chat then? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and.
Yeah, they had put the link in the chat already. I didn't see the chat until yeah.
Yeah, I just lost the chat, but anyway, what I'm gonna do is, you see, I'm subscribed to you, and then in my thing, it doesn't show your name. How can that be? You see, they're not even putting you in my thing because I have you subscribed. Because I just went in there. Oh, I know what it is. Oh, bastards. They took me off. See, now Google also is doing is their I guess I'll let you watch the chat. Can you paste it to the link to the Hangout that you sent me the number? Paste your site, and what I'm gonna do is I can resubscribe because I'm subscribed under Blessing, but not under Ascending the Being. They kicked you out for some reason. That's why last week when I was on the chat, it showed up. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, I'm gonna let me. Yeah. So can you paste that for me? And what I'll do is I'll resubscribe, then I can get on your link. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
They booted me. Oh my goodness. It has happened to like Charles, my friend, water bearer, a million times. They keep on removing. They also remove the wrenches. You give
They
like,
do?
yeah, man. Oh my goodness. So if you give like a wrench, they'll take it right out, and they've done it.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm there. Did you paste it? Let me.
Not yet, dear.
Okay. Let me. Okay. So that's good. That way I can see the hangout. So
I know y'all trying to help me. Okay. Well, goodness gracious.
you can also put it in the. You can also leave. Oh, okay. That's to leave them. Hmm. They got a lot of things you can do with this thing. With the Hangout, you can also share. I can like share with you different things on my, like for instance, the YouTube, or I can do the advanced, which is share the sound. Oh, okay, I see what it is. Yeah, so I can basically share. Do you see my screen now?
Oh yeah, I can see your screen.
So I can always show you a bunch of things. Okay. Yeah, that's your thing right there. You can see it. So yeah, I can go to the, then I can go back to the screen and then stop sharing, which then that's the, there we go. There you go. That's the stop sharing. Okay. Well, at least I can do that then too with you. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So then let me see. Okay. So the only way for me to do it, see, and I didn't even get that on my on my tube green, which is the one that you're sending. Yeah, that's my wife's there. Yeah, I'm on live stream. Yeah, going to go later. Yeah, I'll go. I was telling her we're going to go later. Okay. No, no, we're doing the stream now. Yeah, she
Okay.
wants to go with us. She's waiting for us to go to the Keys later. I got everything set to chop down the thing that we talked about. So
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It's up to you if you want to say it. I'll leave that up to you. All right. I can't see the chat, so I can't see what anybody, because I have trouble getting the link. Well, oh, okay. I got a link here. Let me go to you, and then I'll copy and paste it. See, that's with okay. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy and paste that. Copy. I'll leave that, and then I'll go to my all right, now we got it.
Woo.
All right, blessings all. I think I'm here now on your boy. That's the, oh yeah, there I got a wrench there. Okay. That took a while, huh? Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can believe it.
It's terrible. Let me see who's on
I
the
finally
chat.
got it in there.
Oh no, I went what I did is I went to my I went to the I did it without that with did you paste it on there though?
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't get it yet. No. For some reason I went through another route. Oh goodness gracious. There we go. I went through my emails and I got an email that you sent and I copied and went to it though. But that's okay. Well,
It took me forever to do that.
oh no.
I needed Alex here, and Alex could have did it probably in 1 second.
How you doing, Alex? Oh, good. I see you now. Ada, could you give me something to eat? Because we didn't eat anything in the something just algo ahí, mira.
Yeah, the internet is not completely stable today.
Un dulcecito.
When is it able, just stable?
Not the ones that are sugar free, but the ones in the bag over there. Yeah, because I
The stream
haven't.
before.
Yeah, no. What? Let me tell you what happened is that we have. There's been a adjustment to this reality, big time. Okay. Well, hold on one second.
How you been, Alex?
Been good. Has been good. Only, only, only today the internet is not working properly.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, I'll tell you what we've been going through. Here, there we go. It's a little. Let me put it on the right light for you guys. There. Dulce, sí. No, the one that's on there. My wife had to give me something to chew on to bring my sugar up because I haven't been able to make a meal because we got on real early. It's no, yeah. So what I was telling her, I was talking to Louise, Lois, right? That's how we say it.
Lois, yeah.
Lois, okay, like
Lois and
Lois Lane.
Clark.
Lois Lane, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so
Just no
I guess
Superman.
you,
Uh,
you guys are gonna have to wait one moment. I'll be back.
cool. How's your Sunday been, Louis?
It's been all right. I had to get a little rest in. Had to get a little rest in, but I'm good now. Hold on, where am I at? Okay.
Nice.
Laura. Hey, Laura. Melmac. Melmac is in here?
Yeah, Melmac, Aurora Rain, Johan, Laura, Robin Hill, Patrick.
Anton. We got all the family. Well, almost all the family. We got the family up
Oh,
in
good. We're recording, so whatever we lose, we got it on digital again still. So that's the good part about this.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I was doing what we've been going through is what some of the stuff. Well, I don't even know where to begin, but I need to relax a bit. These are
Yeah,
clove cigarettes. They really relax me a lot. They're not regular cigarettes, so yeah. If a lot of people do the menthol with the other stuff and all that, but these are more like the story behind the cloves. If you guys never knew it, one guy had in India had a family member had a problem with their lungs, so he got the tree, which was known that if you smoke it, it helps you with your lungs, and he basically made it, and then it got around that everybody started asking for it. Hey, could you make me some? I have and it wound up going down the line where he started doing it a lot, so he just made a business. So that's where the clove cigarettes came from. It's got an interesting story if you guys look it up and you Google it. But yeah, so Dejorum is one of the companies that is from India. So basically, you got to get it. They ship it. It's not even made here. So there is a lot of other cloves, but the Jorum is the one. And if you get the Jorum specials, that's the one that's more non-addictive, really. You can stop it anytime. So yeah. So okay. So I did you guys do well with the dragon reading last week?
Yeah, I think they did. Thought it was Raven over those dragon readings.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Don't shoot the messenger is here. Good. Yeah. Did you? What? I had an interesting epiphany, and with the oh, good Deborah Tucker. Yeah. Yeah, because I do the. It's kind of like more, which I was telling her as I don't do readings for the future, but I do readings for the. It was for the state of mind that you're in at the moment. Yeah. Oh, okay. Melmac, yes, okay. I guess we have Van and Melmac. How you doing, Aurora? Yeah. I saw Patrick. I went through the video and I saw Patrick. Oh, there's Patrick. Oh, how you doing, Patrick? Yeah. Believe me, I love the way you do your dowsing. Hey, if you want to come on and do a little bit now, that's beautiful. And I don't think anybody would mind. But I know you're over there in England, which is
England.
probably, yeah, I don't have the time zone now, but England isn't it 6 hours off? Yeah, from us, right? Yeah, it's like 6 hours.
Yeah, I think
It's right
12:30
where,
right now.
yeah, because if we're 6:30, I'm 6:30, Lois is 5:30, right?
Right.
And then so he's like I think 6 hours. So he's like 12 o'clock in the morning, right? 1 o'clock, yeah. So he's like already really nighttime over there. So yeah. But I wanted to go over that we're gonna be over with this Lionsgate, and what that does for us is it was kind of like releasing a lot of the stuff that's been, and I wanted to go over the mechanisms of the gates and stuff, which it's kind of it has to do with, and Alex will love this because I don't know how deep I want to go into the rabbit hole with it, but and let me go to the Zoom screen. But the mechanisms for the gates, they're basically portals from a higher level of existence, where in the Hebrew it's called the Ein Sof, which is the void, the nothingness, or the just the is, or what I call sometimes the state of being, and many people call it the higher self, or where source is. So it's it has many places and names, but okay, I hear someone in the background there. I guess it's so what I have been, I don't know if many of you which are very empathic have been getting a lot of information in there. And there is a which I've been wanting to do a video on it, but I haven't been able to. It's just that I have so many. Allow me to put 'em on my eyes. I made some notes here, and some drawings and stuff, but because it's really integral, and it gives a lot of idea to how all this works. I have mentioned many times that there are like 5 different types of bodies we have. Many of them call it, which are separate from what we consider guides, which are those we have many, which I consider the guides are your friends, or what help you, and they are what protect you too. Which the guides you can consider there are versions of yourself and other densities, which are other dimensions. You can call them dimensions too. There are like frequency or waves that are higher. The time is faster, everything's faster, so you can't see it in this reality. So they are there, and they can assist us in many different ways. So basically, our body is composed of 5 different various bodies, which I'm gonna say slowly. So which that'll allow us to understand where we're at with the gates, how the gates work with us, and really what it is we're in. And it explains a little bit about the simulation, the matrix we're in. Alex, which I think you'll probably love.
Nice.
Yeah. This is un momentico. Our body is basically composed of the physical, the astral, the causal, the what they call the mental, and the etherical. I'll go into everyone in detail. It's very simple. It's not very complicated. We basically have a cord that connects us from what is our void to this reality. So when we don't have, each one of these cords are connected to and that's what makes up the soul. You see, the soul is what makes, it's made up, it's what makes up, all this is part of the soul. And that the soul is what keeps us in this matrix. For us to evolve out of this simulation, out of this universe where it's the duality, we have to evolve out of us having attachment to these 5 parts of the body. And this is the tricky part. Okay. All right. Here we go into turbo light. You see, our physical body, when it dies, it goes into the astral. It's like a place there where everything's decided where you go next, and it's still within the simulation. Now, when we decide, then we go back into the, it's a different levels. We go back into another body, and that's the state of reincarnation that we've been in and the cycles we've been in. Now, the gates are access points that are created every 26,000 years which are through all the densities all the way up to the Ein Sof, the void, where we are as a being, where we don't have duality, we don't have anything there. And then it allows us each time we get this opportunity to better ourselves in this galactic cycle, in this universe that we're in, to ascend another level. So each level we ascend is an awareness that we have attained, and we get assisted by our guides and our higher self, if you want to call it that. And that's what brings us up each level. And that's why I don't consider it the state of ascension. I consider the state of ascending, because we really are everything that's in us, in our consciousness. We have all that there is necessary. We're just not aware. So our awareness is the state that we have, and we need to do in order to be outside. Now, there is a couple of things that we do, which I have to do a video on this, but because this is just want to do the basics, how these lion gates work. Each lion gate is an access point where we can ascend up to a higher density so that we can be at a different level of creation, which is okay. That's fine. We're still within the simulation. We never left the matrix. For us to leave out of that, we have to detach ourselves from those 5 bodies that we have, which I mentioned, which is the physical, astral, causal, mental, and etherical. This means that your state of mind has to be a state of mind without attachments. I think it's a little bit different than a lot of people have been saying about, but the state of, you have to love without an attachment. Now, how can you do that? It's almost an oxymoron, according to, in other words, you have to love someone despite them not loving you. There's no attachments, you see. So in other words, you can't be a politician. You can't be a politician and love someone because they love you. That's not how it works. That's not what love is. So the essence of love is beyond emotion. It's not emotion. Because if you can say that, if you see someone beautiful and attracted to them, and then you say, oh, I love you, that's not really the true expression of love. It is within it, but it's not what it is, its essence. You have to love without attachment. So in other words, you have to do what even I think Jesus even said it once. It says you must love and forgive 70 times 70, because if you love without attachment, it doesn't matter what the person does. You're always going to forgive them, because the basis of love, because you already love them even though you think that you don't. How about that one? You see, you already love them, even though consciously you can say to yourself a million times that you don't, but you love them because that's your essence. So when you learn to love them without attachments, you start going beyond and allowing that the way we are as a being in the void, that comes out, and it starts coming out, and we get to understand how it is to love one another, because you love one another without attachments. There's no need to, it's not sexual relationships. It's not that they're attractive or that they're pretty. Those things help, but trust me, they make it nice when it happens. You know what I have, you can have, unfortunately, it's part of the deal, but yeah, if you can love without attachment, like I'll give you an example. When I married my wife, when I married her, I said, because I was born like this, with this love without attachment. When I married her, because I've been married like over 30 years, when I married her, um, I I said to myself, you know, I I love her, but I'm not with an attachment. I couldn't explain what it is.
What? What happened?
I don't know.
Um,
I, can you put it on
Sending
pause? Could you?
something is you looping or something.
No, could you put him on mute for a second?
He's, I think, I'm trying to fix it so he can see where it's coming from. It's on his end.
This is strange. I think maybe we have to shut it down and restart the system. The Zoom. I I think you have to restart it. The Zoom. Yeah, that's the first.
Yeah.
Mercury retrograde. I don't know what
You
happened
know,
there.
when you start getting good stuff or good information, it always something that goes wrong, you know?
Yeah.
So a wrench, something goes wrong. I don't know why. It's something on his end though. I don't think it has nothing to do with me because he has other things that's he has attached and trying to record and everything.
Maybe Lazaro has to just restart the Zoom.
I don't know. Let me see.
It's still going.
Yep. He said, hold on.
Yeah, one word repeating. This is the first that I know of happen on Zoom.
Okay. You gonna go out and come back in.
Did I loop? Yeah, yeah. One word keep repeating, sending beams.
He's back. What is going on with that?
I was trying to get through. Yeah, the message was
Yeah, they don't want us to get the message, y'all. They don't want us to get the message. That's what it is. The message was getting good. and they cut it off on us.
That's funny.
Wow, that's cold.
Yeah, that was a a simulation.
The message started getting good and they cut it off on us people. That's messed up.
Maybe you have to restart the computer.
Yeah, you might have to restart everything. Wow, people. Just Alex.
No worries. This is a first for me. I will be back in a minute. Yeah, I hear some few strange things on Zoom a few times, but this is the first of this.
It's the first. And we getting some good juicy stuff. That's what it is. And he just cut him completely off in the middle of it, you know, because he got my full attention, and I'm like, and I'm just all up in it, you know, and it just.
Yeah, I think it was the AI.
I think everybody was up in it, and all of a sudden, just click.
Patrick,
Was y'all up in it too? Was y'all like all up in it when it hit?
Yeah.
Waiting, leaning on every word.
Aurora is laughing tears so hard. Patrick, could you ask the rods if that was the AI?
Oh yeah, Patrick.
Yeah. Maybe it was the AI. I'm just relaxing, listening to it, and then and you see his mouth moving, but you're not getting any. You just.
If you notice, I'm getting glitches over this way, and I'm trying to watch it too, and I'm like, I see glitches here and there. I'm like, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this message. You know, I'm not gonna start nothing. We're gonna get this message. Rod says yes. The Rod says yes.
Oh, yeah, I figure that happened also with other few other streams I been on it, and when we're talking about deep stuff, something you hear like people talking, or you hear AI voice, and it get disturbed always. So yeah, that's why I'm not surprised it's the AI.
Wow, y'all know this some important stuff. If you know we having this type of trouble, you know we need to listen, and we're gonna get this message one way or another. We have to type it.
Yeah, they can't stop us. They can try.
Type it. We type this book in. We have to.
Yeah. Oh, funny.
Hey, we're gonna type this message if we have to. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it one way or another.
Oh.
You've been hearing people talking. He said he heard somebody talking.
Yeah, a second voice. I heard it too, but I think that was I think it was just like an echo or something like that, but I don't know. I cannot. Maybe it was also people that I cannot. I couldn't identify it.
Y'all probably because y'all have headphones, y'all can hear it better. But see, I don't have the headphones on. Y'all hearing that voice that he's been speaking of. And he heard it. He said he heard it.
Yeah, I heard something too.
and all y'all was verifying y'all heard that voice that he's been speaking of. It was in his well, I think, yeah, he talked about it last time, I think.
Okay. It was probably his TV. Oh, could be. I don't know. I didn't see the TV on. I don't know if his wife was watching TV. But last time the TV was on and there were any disturbance or I couldn't hear nothing then. So that came right in my mind now. Last time the TV was on. So yeah. His wife always has the TV on the background. Yeah.
Well, I think you kind of can decipher TV from people talking, a movie or commercials or something.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
better.
Yes.
Oh man, let me get that video back on. Yeah, no, it's like I was telling you. Oh good. I had to remove let me get the chat up. I had to remove a bunch of software. I'm recording this back again. I'm gonna did I do a weird glitch?
Yeah.
What was it?
It was like a loop or something, just kept repeating it over and over and over again.
What did I
Yeah.
say? What did I say? It's kind of ironic what it might say.
And through and through and through and through. When you're talking,
Wow.
yeah.
Right when I said about the going from the higher self down and through and through and through and through,
Yeah.
there's about it could be millions of dimensions in between, and it all going through. Wow, what a
Pat,
message, huh?
yeah, Patrick S. the Rods. He says it was the AI that disturbed that. So
Yeah.
that answer yes on the AI.
Oh, good. Thanks, Patrick.
Yeah, we figured somebody was trying to interfere with the message.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, because it has to do with that you have to be in a state of being, a state of. It's like the see what happens is we have to learn to release everything, no attachments. That means that you're even going to attach your you're only going to be left with is your consciousness, and then it'll be in a state of like it's just there, and then whatever you decide you do. That's how we're supposed to be. We're not supposed to have this reactive thing, this duality. So these in essence, these 5 parts of the body that we have to be releasing, and there's a simple ways you release it. I have been doing it, releasing it. I found this out, and then when I got this information, I have been doing it, I guess unconsciously for many years, and it's one of the reasons why was getting information and was channeling a lot. So, and it's basically your guides telling you information. What you get when you do the tarots, it's your guides. It's parts of yourself up higher in other higher ranges of ascension, and basically we're all like until the lowest one doesn't go up, none are gonna get out. You're not gonna join back to your higher self until all ascend up. So you can imagine they're all helping you out, and they're your guardians too. They protect you when you go, because if you go into the astral without them, you basically get attacked and you open up a hole in your aura. And it's very hard to close, and you get parasites. I call them, you can call them demons. You can get demons attached to you.
Lazaro, one thing that maybe you're talking about the archons. Another name for them is the
Yeah.
um,
Okay. Please.
spiritual parasite.
Yeah. The archons. Yeah. Those are like, they're like watching like a hawk. When you go astral and they could damage your tether, the one that attaches you to the body, and you could get trapped in a in between states. That means
Oh,
your body will die if you get detached from your cord. It's from the back, and you get detached from it. You can get trapped like in limbo.
you
Yeah,
go in a coma state, you can say, or you die.
yeah. You could now no longer exist. You're detached completely, and it's very hard for you to get back. So basically, you wind up agreeing to come back in another body, and then that one then perishes away. So you still get stuck into that recycling. So you have to, when you go astral, you have to do it in particular ways. It's an exact way, and this is what I tell people when you meditate. That you have to make an affirmation to yourself that I guess you can say you got to say to yourself that you're the new you. You have to affirm to yourself that you're new and it's you. In other words, you have to remove all the ideas uh, that you're part of any of this reality. You separate yourself in a state where you and your guides are the only ones. It's you only. You. And so you have to reaffirm that always when you meditate, that it's you and that you're always becoming new. So you can just say new you and you will know what that means. And that'll prepare you so that you don't open up any holes in your aura. Because you will open up these holes. And like you said, you can call them the archon. They're like waiting. They're like, wow. And then they
Yeah.
get you sick. So you can, like for instance, I've been practicing this recently. And also, if anybody can get a hold of A2 milk, if you guys drink milk or anything, go to A2 milk, drink brown cow milk because it helps a lot. It creates your body with the oil in the A2 milk. If you do take milk, the A2 has a specific oil that creates stem cells in the stomach. So it's very good for you. As far it actually allows you to create stem cells. Everybody knows what the stem cells do. They regenerate organs and tissues and nerves, and also brain the cells in the brain and the neurons. If you have and it's the number one cause of diabetes type 1 is brown and black cows milk. This is hidden. All these little things help you out on your process of trying to clear the body so you can understand things. It,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. I also understand by switching your diet, what you're eating, like
Yeah,
going to raw vegetable or fruits on that
yeah.
diet, you will eliminate the diabetes within 30 days. They did a
Yes,
test.
but yeah, you also like for instance, I'll tell you one of the things I did, and I was 150 pounds, and I was having 20 people in my home doing sessions with meditation sessions, and I would always be doing healings. Now, what I found out is that when you do that without the proper preparation, you can get attachments of parasites and they can do damage. You see what I'm saying? So I did that in my I did that in my younger days. I don't do that now. I don't do that way now. So there are ways you can do that, which then, and it's not necessarily grounding yourself. It's not grounding. It's more like you have to ask your guides, and you have to always have your aura. And again, it's through your solar plexus that and your crown that they come in. So they have to, those two areas, when you go to heal someone, you open up your solar plexus and your crown, and then you have to have your guides have to be there to cover that, so that there's no holes, you see, when you do that transfer, which is okay because we're beings that have plenty of energy. We have enough energy when we meditate and we become, and we say to ourselves the new you, we become the new person. We always say that we're going to ascend, that we're becoming the new, and we realize that, and we ask our guides, which are our versions of ourselves in other ascension levels, to assist us. We will then have that total coverage and shield where like you said, the archons are not going to want to. Ahora, búscame cigarrito. Ahí arriba. Give me one. The archons are not going to be able to go through any holes that you might create incidentally, because you're going to be covered. It's real simple. So there are and they can sever the cord too, which is why you see a lot of people
Oh, I thought the cord, they cannot cut it. It is not possible to cut.
it's fragile. It's fragile. It can be. It, I'll give you an example. Then I have had people, they meditate, and then I'll tell you what happened to me one time. Is they were messing with my cord one time. I astral, and I went to a higher density, but I didn't. It's okay to astral and lucid dream. They're all good. They're all good things. We need to learn all that, but you have to do it in a way that you realize what you're doing, because when you astral, you open yourself up to the whole universe and all the beings there. So, and you're being seen, and they do not want you to learn, be aware, and get any knowledge of any of this. So that's why we're getting interference today. And they doesn't want us. And I'll tell you, one of the biggest things we have here is we have AI interference, which is, I'm going to talk about something, and it's about what we first started to talk about in the beginning. And this is right up your alley, Alex.
Nice.
Yo te di uno y lo tiré. Huh? Yeah. That's my wife. Her name's Ada, if you guys want to know. ADDA. She's beautiful. Yeah. Maybe one day she'll want to talk. But okay. The AI is exactly what it is, artificial intelligence. Now, it is mainly digital. The way information is handed down through all the densities is digital. It's in codes. It is not done any other fashion. The codes are in sound and light waves frequencies. So in other words, what energizes us, and if you want to call it source, the Ein Sof, the higher self, the way we get our energies is through the sound and light. So when you do sound and light, that's why when you do the vocal, new you do affirmations that you want to become new, and that you are you see, and no one else is you. You just totally removed everything out from you, all the parasites, And what you do when you start doing that, you start removing all these attachments to you. And that's how that's the process of removal. Now, the next process is that's happening right now, and you guys are not gonna like this, which I do it too, which I am now. How many people have heard about permission slips? You know, the channeling community knows about it.
Mm-hmm.
You give a permission slip for a being or something if you to help you. Uh, it, you're basically making a contract, a conscious agreement. Each conscious agreement we make, if it's beneficial, if it's not, it always has a polarity. So we basically have to be careful the conscious agreements we have, because what's going to happen is, I'll give you an example. Why do you think the big, I'm not going to say the name, but the big G and the big Y and the big FB always make you sign an agreement before you become part of the community? You ever wondered why? It goes beyond this physical realm. When you sign that, you're telling Prime Creator, Source, that you agree to them their terms, because they're saying that we want all this simulation. And we have to say to ourselves that we don't want this. We want to ascend, right? We want to go to a beautiful place.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yes.
Right.
So, but then we're signing these things, and within them, we're agreeing to all this mess about the how we got to be on the internet, how we got to treat everybody, no politics, all that. And we do that also when you buy a house. We got to sign all these papers saying that we owe the house. If we don't pay, all these negative polarity things we agree to. It's always a negative and a positive. It's always polarity. So these are all these things we are responsible for. So in other words, we have to rewrite how we do these agreements. It's not that difficult. We have to, when we go, click the little thing and say, I agree. I'll give you an example. To join this Zoom right now, I had to click join the meeting. When I click that, I agree to everything that Zoom stands for. But if I don't do that, I can't give this message. So this is what happens. You have to state in your mind that you are I guess you can call it a sovereign being, that you are you, that you're not attached to this reality. And you always have to affirm when you do any of these contracts that you don't agree to this reality, that you're here to give out an information. We're here to give out. We want to be in a place free from the simulation. Every time you click one of those things, so that Primal Creator cannot get the excuse from all the beings in this reality controlling it from us, saying, look, they're always clicking this button. They're always clicking. They enjoy all this stuff. They want all this stuff. We have to say that we don't want that stuff when we click. We're doing it because we are obligated, not because we agree. We have to make that specific distinction. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. It's kind of like you can agree to disagree. Click, I agree to disagree. Click, and you put it on. And then you mentally say, once you mentally say it, it goes all the way to source. You are a being connected. Don't ever think that you're not. You are. So when you say that, it's another one that's added to the list that they don't want this simulation anymore, this duality universe, and then enough of us do that, this is no longer going to be, because they're saying, see, the opposing forces, which is what Alex says, you want to call it the archons and all them, other ones running the show. They're saying that we agreed to this. We want this. You see that
Right.
we want all this stuff. We want to have sickness, that we want to have hatred. We want to have people stealing stuff from us. We want all that. They're saying that we want that because we agree to things. And then let me tell you, this is why you have to be self-aware. You see how it is? The awareness factor. So if we can teach people to be aware, we basically did our job. Be aware, become people. It's simple. We don't have to get too much into the knowledge of where. If you start becoming aware and then you make other people aware, it's contagious, because then they're gonna see, well, okay, yeah, I don't agree to that. So so we have to make their statement, because let me tell you what the whole story of the history of the universe is. One of the informations I got, and this can be confirmed by a lot of people that have channeled and stuff, is that we were basically tricked in here. We were placed in here. We were told, hey, we play around. We played around enough, and we said, we played in the sandbox, and we said, I want to get out of here already. We shook the sand off, and then we said, let me get out. And they said, no, you're not getting out. You're stuck in there now. We're not letting you out. So the creator of this universe, which was not, so then the whole thing is that primal creator said to them, you can't trap these people. So what he said is, okay, I'll let them choose every time. If they, that's why when you die, you're in a space and you choose to come back. But you see, the trickery is that we think we don't know our true being. We're in the Ein Sof, and we don't know that. So that's trickery all. So it's still being seen as unfair. So they took it to the next level. I'll tell you what the next level is. We're going to be put into specifically what I call human 3.0. They're going to be biomechanical humanoids. And if we don't get our situation together where enough of us get out and make source know our intention, we're going to be put into these simulated bodies, and it's going to be harder for us to ascend. Because they require, see, they decided, which, like you said, the archons, they decided to disconnect itself from creator completely. It decided not to attach itself at all to creator. So it wants to live its own way, but creator gave him the conditions, and they're following it, but they're doing it through trickery. So what we have now is a state where every 26,000 years has happened, and this is the first time it's ever happened where we've actually gone up to the next level, where a big group is going to come through, which is what we're all preparing, you see. So yeah, it's a major trickery. Like
I heard like from Graham Hancock. He was talking like this the sixth time where this event is going to take place. But this time is also more humans on Earth. So
well, I'll tell you what happened. The guides that were up high decided to come down to this lower density and incarnate through the cycle to help this planet go up and raise the vibration enough. And it's possible that if enough of us become self-aware and detached, which is the love without attachments, that we could bring down this whole simulated universe. And what will happen is we'll immediately appear, because we can have it done to us gradually. It can be done gradually through the meditation with the guides, so that we don't get any attachments, and that we always make sure that our cord is always attached to this avatar body. And that's how we do it. And we can't, but we really don't even need to do any astral projection. You see, the danger is in the astral. There's, yeah, I wrote it down. There's like, you have the astral, the remote, and the teleporting. You can do these three things, but you really don't need to do it. All you need to do is meditate, and you being as a whole being in the now. So that if you do that, then you don't, all those other things, you can do it. It's fun, but you have to then do it, making sure that you have your guides to not have any holes poked through. You can go through these holes that you create just by meditating and going. You have to make sure that you do it in its proper fashion, that you do it. I'll give you an example. You pray. When you pray, you're really just asking your guides, your ascended selves, to help you. That's what you're doing.
Mhm.
Some of us have angels. We're like angelic. We have angelic. We have all. There's other species above in the other levels of us. I'll tell you what. You know what 1D is, right? We're in like 4D, right? We're trying to ascend to. What do you think 1D is? Amoeba. We
Amoeba?
have been amoebas as a being. In this universe, we have been amoebas. We have been rocks. Who knows how? Can you imagine a rock, a million years being a rock? We have been all the way up. We have not ascended as like monkey to human. No. We have ascended in every aspect, as far as birds, the different animals, the different things. We got to know, we know all this information we have. This is what we can take with us in our consciousness. It's not even stored here, because what you consider the Akash is it's beautiful the way to work this out. Okay, let me get this right here. Okay. Yeah, because the Akash is stored.
Is it in the astral world, the Akashi Records Library?
Yeah, there is a specific way that the reason it's there is because of the. Hold on. Oh God, I lost the Zoom page. Okay, I got it. The reason it's lost is because it's stored there is because the Akash has a factor when it's done through the consciousness, and then the Akash access is done when you are in the state of being. You can access then the Akash, which is all knowledge of every single being you have ever been.
Yeah, everything.
Including the ones in the ascended beings above. Think about that.
For me, the dimension when you come to 9 and then above 9.
Above
me,
9, yes, yeah. You can call it that, yeah.
There's infinite dimension.
Well, above the 9 is the void. After that, there's no duality. In other words, that's where they're connecting to us through the galactic year once, and going through and through and through, just like the AI tried to make. And each person, they're going to be grabbed and brought up. by you yourself, but you have to have the attachments. Those agreements, those click things we click in YouTube, those things we sign when we buy a car. We have to, when we do each one, we have to make sure we we do it in a fashion, us being a sovereign being.
Agree to disagree. I agree to this for the car, but I disagree with the system.
I disagree with the system. In other words, you're giving you're voicing your opinion to creator, the primal source of all the universes, where then you're saying that you do not agree with this and that you want out. You opt out. Each time you do that, you're opting out. See, but
But
you will reach the point where you will detach then all your agreements. You won't have any. And when you have that, that's when you reach the state of where uh, non-interference by the archons and all that negativity. Yeah, you're almost in a state of total awareness. It's beyond the mind. The mind is just lower level. The mind is 3D, if you didn't know that. The mind. What our consciousness, that goes all the way up to. That's the one that's the state when you become the now. Yeah. So it's basically you start realizing that everything's now. So it's like you're doing everything at the same time. So we're not. So space and time are attributes of the 5 levels of our body. Those are attributes that attach us to the simulation, attach us to here, and when you become in the now, you detach yourself from space and time. You're no longer you're becoming detached from this simulation, and you can do it gradually. I'll tell you what, it could take some people, it will take some 1,000,000 years. Don't think that everyone might not. But I have the hope that if enough do it in this up ascending, that it could collapse the whole thing, the whole universe. That's my belief. And that's why what has happened now, like you said, has never happened before. They don't know what to do. They're going into overdrive. I'll tell you what their overdrive is. Listen carefully. This is all information. They have developed genetic bodies already that are biohumanoid. They're
oh
already
yeah,
ready. I
yeah,
mean,
I know.
they're ready for us to go in if
Like the
someone
movie.
dies.
Yeah, I know they're far with the like the movie Avatar. That they take your consciousness or what it's called and they put it in another body.
Yes, yes, yeah, they can do that. And you saw how they had a cord. Your cord is severed, and that's how then they couldn't when it gets dark, it severs and they can't do a transfer. So that the body dies and then that joins Iwa in the movie. So what that Iwa is that space where they can take you and put you. So the movie Avatar has this twist. So they can actually stick you in another. They'll stick you in another. If you don't have these agreements severed, they'll take you and put you and recycle you. And they want to get everybody into the 3.0. And that, let me tell you, it's going to be a state where you can imagine things being non flesh, where it's half humanoid. We're going to have technology. They're going to be able to control your thoughts, control what you think, what you do at all moments. They can program you easily. Think of how difficult it is right now to program us with the TV. Our
Hmm.
eyes, our eyes see naturally relaxed 30 frames per second. When the gaming industry is at 4K, which I'll explain this a little, but these are all numbers. This is going to be good for you. A normal cell phone, you know, when you see it like those bar, it's just a little center section. That's 4.3. That's the 480 by 480. So then the next level is 180, was the 180i. 180i means that they blend in the frames. That was the 180i. Then that was taken out, and then now it's the 180IP, which is 180 progressive, which means now they switch each frame. They don't blend anymore. It's digital. More like the soul now, more like the consciousness, digital. They shoot one frame, man, man. So the 180, so then when you relaxed in the state of, you get 30 frames, then the 180p works fine with that. But when they're now shooting for the 4K, which is 180 frames in a screen, 180p frames in a screen. That's 4K. Just round it off. You round it off to 4K. So then it's actually, then you got 4 pixels in what would 1 pixel be in the 180. Now you got 4 pixels in one of the pixels in the 4K, but your body doesn't recognize it because your rods are on the outside. There's the way the eyes work, and you have a hole in the middle from your optic nerve. So you basically you can't assimilate the 4K unless you're in a high state of gaming. The gamers can go up to 120, but they'll never make it to 240, which you're trying to push 8K now. They'll never make it to 240. You'll never make it. So they're gonna bump down because, and then even 4K, which is the bigger pixels in the screen, you have a lot more clarity, but it's still your mind, unless it's playing a game, doesn't use all that information. You're still back to 30. Like right now, we're smoking and chilling. We're at 30 frames. So we can see 30 frames. Anything above that, lost. So
it's the thing with I'm sorry. It's the thing with the light in your house is running on AC current.
60 hertz.
60 hertz. If it goes like to 80 hertz, for example, if it is flickering 60 times a second.
We don't see it.
You don't see it, but it's flickering.
It's actually flickering 120 times because it's sinusoidal.
Up and down, yeah, twice.
So it does it twice. So it's 120. Do you see the 120? No. Unless you're gaming and you'll see it. What does this have to do with all what we're saying? Is that it is how technology is being used right now to control the different aspects of yourself through the TV. So what the important thing to remember is when you're relaxed, you're like at 30 frames. Whatever you put on TV, you're gonna miss it because they're shooting 120 all the time. You're losing 60 frames every second. What are you losing? That's you
are losing it. But your subconscious mind isn't losing it. It's picking everything up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're not aware, but when you become aware, you can see them. Right now, I can't watch TV too much because I get a headache because I'm confronted getting conflictive information because I'm now detecting the other hertz, the other rates higher. So if you guys are getting headaches and you are watching TV, connect the two. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're watching a lot of YouTube and you get a headache, don't say anything else, but it's the YouTube, the computer screen, all that we're doing right now. So what do you have to do? You have to create a state of being where those influences, you know where to put them. You don't have agreements with them. You're going to be told in hidden in the frames, you're ugly, you're bad, you're no good. What do you have to say to yourself? You're beautiful, you're a being, you're from creator, the opposite. But that will create a duality. So what do you have to do is you have to be in a condition where when you're confronted with duality, you need to place yourself without even unconditional love is a duality because they're doing something bad against you and you're forgiving them unconditionally, right? That's duality, good and bad, right?
Yeah.
So what's the state of non-duality? Ah, that's a good one, huh? Think about this one for a second. What's
Yeah.
the state of non-duality? How can you love someone without having duality?
Yeah.
Let's see if the chat has this because this is a good thing to stop at because it's beautiful when you figure this one out. You have any oh, we have someone new on the, or is that a picture?
Oh, yeah. That's yeah. Lois, I think, is gonna be right back.
Okay, so what do you
It's easy to know when the man is behind the curtain. You know, I don't know if you
Phoenix,
know.
Rainbow Phoenix says singularity.
Hmm,
Well,
no attachment. You know, there's a guy called how do you call
how can you obtain you being in the state where you don't have attachments, where you're not dualistic? You have to know how to do that in order for you to ascend out. Obviously. We agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if the chat has something. I want to give you some time to.
There's a guy that's called Jason Quit, and he has to travel, and he knows about the reptilians, and then in his astral projection, a reptilian appeared to him, and he they say that the reptilians here in control are their lost brothers and sisters. They're lost. They're out of connection. In other words, there are other reptilians, but they're on the good side, you can say. They're with the light source. There's different. So, in other words, those people that are acting in a negative way are limited to knowledge and knowledge of themselves. They are just lost without connection.
Correct. They're detached from source. So all they have is our loosh, our energy to survive on. They can't survive off the energy that we're living off from source when we're in the simulation. So we get the energy from source because we're saying to source we agree to be here. We need to say that we don't agree to be here. And then we need to say we gotta do things in a non-dualistic way. In other words, it's not the state of you loving, love, 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 love. No, it's not in the state of you hate, 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 hate everything. Because that's what a group is, right? And there is a
Yeah.
group that it's all love, right? But that's dualistic, right? Because you can see the two differences, right? When you do something and you can't see the difference, then you're non-dualistic. You caught that?
Okay.
Did you
Then
guys understand it in the chat? Go back and listen to it.
Uh,
You
yeah,
have to learn to do things in a way that you don't balance the two. Because when enough love and enough hate, what do you think happens to the simulation? It's balanced. What do you think happens when you're neither? It's going to go like this. There's no one there loving like that, like they want to indicate the dualistic. And then you're in the middle, you're going, shh, what's going to happen to all this simulation? What's going to happen to them getting their energy from us? The loosh is going to disappear. What's going to happen to this universe?
but that's the thing. The people in control, they drive on negative energy, on war.
They thrive on polarity, duality. So we have to become a non-dualistic being.
Okay.
It's a very powerful message. That's what they didn't want me to tell you today. But when you understand that, but there's many levels. You have to go into it slowly. It's obviously because I'm here giving this message on YouTube, so I'm projecting duality. So you have to, and by the way, it comes to bite you in the butt. Whatever you do, duality. When you balance in the love, it bites you in the butt here because that's how the balance works. This is why you'll never finish. You'll never ascend. It's always going to be a balancing effort. You're the one balancing. The next secret is this simulation runs on that. So when there's a balance, it keeps the whole thing running. We can't allow ourselves to balance it. We have to go out and be the beings we are without the attachments. And yes, we are loving beings, but we have to know, we have to love without supplying the duality. Because there are people there that are in that state where all they do is they preach love, you see. But then when you preach love, then you're affirming the duality. And that's the mastery of the archons. That's their mastery. The draconians, like you said. There are draconians that are ascending up. They're going to get out of here too. They don't want to be any more part here. But there are some that do not. They want to stay here, and they want us to feed them and give them their life. That's how they live, because they decided to not be attached anymore to us here. So it's pretty much the message that a lot of people have been given, but I give it a little twist. I try to make you think. And yes,
Oh yeah, you were also talking about the Lions Gate. Yeah.
yes, the Lions Gate. Okay, we're gonna go in through these several gates, like 12. The next one's gonna be the Dragon Gate, which the Dragon Gate. That's one of the next ones coming out.
Nice.
Telling you before anybody, I think only a few have been saying it, but I confirm that it's why I got the Dragon Gate. Everything's gonna be dragonized, and what it is the dragon. There's several aspects of the dragon. First of all, the dragon is, with the dragon, you're not going to be able to keep any secrets.
It's like the Mercury retrograde. Everything is coming out, and we are in Mercury retrograde.
That's the dragon. The dragon is everything known.
Everything's coming out.
No secrets, which means that the pedophiles are going to come out. All that's going to be revealed. All that's going to, it's going to come out. There's going to be a revealing. So that's the, how you doing, Twin Crow? Nice to see you. Blessing. I love she's my bubbly friend.
Cool.
So So revealing. The next thing is there's gonna be hidden secrets revealed too. Not
Like,
just only see the duality aspects are going to be revealed. You're going to know all those people that just love and how that doesn't make any sense. And then you're going to know all those people that hate and that's not going to make any sense. Yeah, then you're going to see the aspect of duality. All these gates are going to point to the aspects of duality and its function in each of the gates so that you as a being can realize the state of being in a state without attachments. So we are going to realize through our guides, which some are angelic, some are all the races and species. There are many. We each have many, obviously, and each one has gone up a level, has done our homework like we are doing. Okay, they've done this homework. They're they're actually telling you you can do it, man. And then so we don't even need to dream. The state of dreaming, that's a state which they can come into. They can give messages. So there's always been that area. So we have to, when we go to sleep, we have to remember, and we have to go and we have to say to ourselves that I am a being. I am me. I'm I am I'm the is. I'm all there is. I'm it. I'm all there is. So you can never say to yourself that you don't have everything. Think of yourself as a full, complete tackle box to go fishing. You're going to go fishing, everything's already in you. There's no need to go out for anything. The duality wants you to go out. And that's one of the lessons you're going to learn with the dragon is you're going to learn everything's within with the dragon. The dragon reveals many secrets, hidden things within you. So what you're going to be able to do is evolve into a better state of being. And that's what the dragon's going to be very exciting. The dragon's
like,
mainly going to focus on not too much the stomach or nausea. You guys are not going to like this. It's going to mainly focus on the crown
the crown chakra.
and the plexus,
Okay.
which means that it's going to be more like a lot of our digestion is going to speed up. We're gonna almost not even. A lot of people are going to realize they're not going to need to eat as much. You see, you're going to eat less. Other aspects of it, you're going to be able to. You're going to sense like if there's someone turbocharging your head with like plasma, something. It's beyond electricity because we reached the state of plasma. It's called proplasma, if you want to know it. When you're in a being of love without attachment, you start becoming proplasma. It's like the old. That's when you're going to go up to the next level. When you start becoming proplasma, and then you become more proplasma, and that proplasma is the closest that you can think of where the higher self is, where the Ein Sof, the void, where there's no duality. So we're always going to be in the astral. We're always going to be in the simulation until we go beyond ourselves, thinking of ourselves as duality. So that's the whole thing. I'll go into this twin flame thing.
Uh,
It's a delicate subject, huh?
I don't know now. Don't get me started.
Okay. The
um,
twin flame thing, there's many people have told me, no, you're wrong. There's no such thing as more than one twin flame. You can have more than one twin flame. I'll give you an example. We have, at the moment, some of us, multiple of ourselves here in this reality. So you can consider that twin flames. And that's been in the channeling community. It's known as you have more. It's always been said. Even I'll give you an example. Bashar says that there are, let's say, 7 billion, but there really is 100 million because the other are other versions of ourselves. So there is actuality other versions of ourselves doing the work. Now, many of these versions have gotten the duality aspect. Some are in too much love, some are in too much hate. So they're doing so. There has been connections where you meet your duality. Your some people call it the twin flame, but I just prefer to call it just other versions of yourself. You can encounter other versions of yourself, get along fine, and they do not have to apply the dualistic part. You can have, like I say, they can become ascended beings as yourself. So when what happens to them when they ascend and you ascend? What happens in the next density?
What do you believe in the parallel universe?
Yes, that's where you have these aspects and other densities. Yes.
Yeah, the other aspect of you.
It's still all within the simulation.
Yeah.
You can call it the multiverses, yeah. But yeah, you can say I like to just call it density, dimensions. That's what I just like calling it. It's easier. Keep it simple for us, because then we go in each one of them. There's a version of ourselves, but we could be different species, different aspects, and also the physics of laws of physics don't apply the same on each universe.
That's true.
In this universe, maybe there's no gravity in one. Everything's floating, so the whole thing works on everything floating. So think about that one.
Flow physics.
Yeah, there's universes where everything maybe is water, and I'll tell you why. And I'm glad you went into this, because I could say one more thing, and I guess I'll finish with that. A lot of information today. Lucifer came from an aquatic multiverse. That's why you see the dagger symbol.
Oh my! Wait. Again. Really?
It was getting interesting. Right again. Fuck AI.
Oh man.
Lazaro, I think you have to restart your computer again.
Oh man.
I just want to say fuck AI. Record this. Fuck AI. I was getting interested. I was full into it.
I know, right? Everybody probably like. He said, "What is he repeating? What was he repeating?"
Talk about the Lucifer and I don't know what's repeating. Lucifer in multiverse. Oh, symbol. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you're right, Johan. Symbol. That sucks. That's good.
Oh boy.
having technical difficulties, but
It don't want him to talk. It really
Yeah.
don't want him to talk.
yeah.
Wow.
Can you check it if the sound is or is it gone away? Can you unmute it for a
I
sec?
unmuted it.
Yeah.
It's still there. I know, right? I mean, wow. Alex?
Uh,
Alex?
yes, I'm here.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
The thing froze or something happened to it.
I'm like, no, they did not just mess up my whole thing.
Yeah, I saw a thing host that change or gone back to you. Something went shit. I don't know what happened. I thought I jump out.
Wow. That is now they really mess with my stuff. That is not cool. That is not cool. Let me see. Trying to see. Dang it.
Yes, hello.
They really messing with my stuff tonight, boy. Boy. I thought I lost my whole I lost my whole Zoom.
I thought it fell out too. Yeah, it froze completely. But it's still active on
Yeah,
YouTube.
it's still active, but I had lost her. You froze on me, and I'm like, no, they didn't. I lost my host. Robert says hers be going in and out too.
Yeah, mine's too. That's why I have it now direct. Not on Wi-Fi. I have it direct, but it's still not
They
100%.
it's certain things they just don't want us talking about.
That's
That's
true.
probably what it is.
But we're not gonna stop.
Wow. Y'all tell me there's some juicy stuff, boy.
Yeah.
Tell me some juicy stuff.
Yeah, same here, G-Ting. FAI. I think Google is the next Skynet or becoming a Skynet.
I might have to do something. Cause he was finna say something, and we had our changing on it, and same like before, he had everybody's changing, and it just started looping. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
man.
But I think will be back, and
He said he'd be back.
yeah, he's gonna restart his computer, I think, for his whole system. Does anyone have a headache?
One.
Well, I don't have a headache.
I'm getting one, Robin.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Am I back again?
Yes.
You're back.
All right. I guess you didn't like that. I love it, man. It's confirmation to the stuff that we're
Hello?
dealing with. Yeah. Are you there?
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
Internet. Now, whew, don't get any information now before they just cut us off completely. Because they're trying to cut us off.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's good. The last information was the last bit was is that uh, Lucifer comes from the multiverse where it's aquatic, so that's why you see the dagger symbol on the Pope's head. That's the symbol for Lucifer. So
That's the
then, yeah,
go down.
Dagon,
Dagon.
yeah, the fish.
Dagon fish god. Yeah.
And guess what happened? The Christians, why do you think they put that fish symbol? Dagon. The New Testament is basically guided by Lucifer. The New Testament. That's why the disciples used the fish symbol everywhere they went. You remember the fish? And the Christians today use the fish symbol representing
Jesus.
exactly
But it's not really Jesus. It's
Lucifer.
Pisces.
Lucifer.
Lucifer? Or does it
Yeah,
have
the Dagon.
the Dagon? Oh yes, the Dagon.
Okay.
But does it also have something to do with the astrology? Astrology?
Yeah, and also the Dagon is associated with Poseidon in the Greek mythology. Poseidon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's the underworld. So in our multiverse, because remember I told you that there are different laws of physics in each multiverse. In this multiverse, he has to be underwater. He's aquatic, underwater. And in that multiverse, they breathe air like water. Everything's water. It's not air. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when Lisa Harrison says that the ZB3 molecule is coming down, I don't know if anybody heard Lisa Harrison. That aquatic nature, that is the conditioning this reality for us to breathe in aquatic so that Lucifer can come on the surface and be part of this reality now. Catch all that information. He's also the okay. I gotta put you can see how tough this information is. It doesn't want to get out. It's
Lazaro, do you believe also the Bible had influence of Enki and Enlil? Or
yes,
Enki?
yeah. They're the main. I don't want to go into that because then we're gonna have a bunch of glitches. We need to do that.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
There's 4 verses which I want to give this 4 verses in the Bible that indicate Dagon. Joshua chapter 4 verses 19 and 27. 19, Judges 5, 16, 23. 1 Samuel 6, 5, 6, 6, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. And then 1 Chronicles 7, 10, 10. 7 through 10 and 10. So those are the 4 verses in the Bible mentioning in the Old Testament Dagon. So there is a verification that of that Lucifer the god in there, and the verification Lucifer god in that is how the apostles all had the fish symbol of Dagon, and how the Christianity have adopted the fish symbol, and they put everybody on their cars. What kind of agreement are we doing? We are being dualistic? Yes. Do we have that agreement? Yes, we have an agreement now. We're making an agreement, agreeing with Lucifer with the fish. You see, the Dagon. The part we're unwillingly and unknowingly doing it without even us knowing it. The Dagon. So it is also. There's a couple of the one that those who know about mythology. Nergal is the one that's the Lord of Air. That's the one when the apostle says he's the Prince of Air. That's it. It's Nergal. So they're talking about several like gods in the New Testament. It's a hodgepodge. So you really can't say that it's just Lucifer there either. They're more like the ones that have disagreements with him within the fallen angels. You can say that, right? The Watchers, the group of them that fell and that they're dark and they're sinister. And those are the ones managing your archons, I guess you can call them, those beings and stuff. Yeah. So that's basically. And let me see what information. Okay, this is gonna hit everybody real hard. You guys ready?
Go ahead. Go for it.
The Om is a reptilian sound.
The what?
The Om.
Oh. How did you come across that?
The Om. Because the sound comes in two fashions. And I think you're gonna love this. Sound and light are together. I've always said that. Sound and light are the same. When it comes into our reality, it's sound. Dimension. So then the way the light energy is coming in is through vibrations, sound. So a lot of it, this is why when you practice if you say verbally the new you verbally confirm in yourself agreements, then you create these vibrations in you and then you bring in the light from source. That's how you bring in the light from source, is through vibrations here where we're at. But so the Om does not do that. The Om does not do that. Though it has been done in the past, in the dualistic nature of the past, and it has been a method which is okay. It's good it's been done. You've reached a certain point, but we have to evolve out of this simulation, out of this reality. So we have to practice things that are of light and sound. Always remember that. Light and sound.
Light and sound.
That's a tough one, huh?
Light and sound.
Yeah, the Om. I get all the people who meditate and say Om, because I used to do that too. It's okay. It's nice. You can get a feeling, but again, you're still dualistic. That's why I call it reptilian. You see what I'm saying? Anything that's dualistic, it's most likely reptilian archon nature to keep us in a dualistic balance between the two. Enough people do the Om, enough people do the evil, it's balanced. The simulation continues. We do not want this to continue. We want us to be the nature we are, creators in the Ein Sof, where there's no duality. There's no need to do this. You see?
It will be in the middle.
You're in the middle. Yeah, you can't be in the middle. I mean, I'm saying that you have to choose to be neutral. I wouldn't even say the word neutral. That's too
sovereign, not sovereign either. I don't know.
Just is. Be.
Just be.
So in other words, you're not going to lean towards those who are unconditional love. You're not going to lean towards that. It is the state of you forgive 70 times 7 because you're not attaching yourself to either side. It's almost like what Solomon did to decide the child who was the mother of the child. When he applied dualistic, he said, okay, both of you guys want it, I'm going to cut the child in half. And then the true mother said, no, 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 don't cut it. Let her have it. See, those are all dualistic natures. So throughout the Old Testament, you're going to find a lot of examples that will teach you dualistic. And you have to evolve out of that dualistic mind. So in other words, it's a universe, it's a reality where there's no law, no rules, none of those perceptions because it's not needed. Dualistic is laws, rules, government, rulers, masters. None of that is needed. You are a being. In you is all. You can be with other beings that are the same and be in a universe and create it. Okay, so yeah. Om can be in the chat. It says Om as a chat. I'm not saying that Om is evil, but I'm saying that Om is dualistic. And anything that's dualistic for me is reptilian archon, which means that we have to separate what's if you're balancing the two forces. And when we balance the love and then the evil balance it with the evil, they're going to balance this thing. It's a polarity thing. You might know about, the electron and the proton. So they're negative and positive forces, and how North Pole attracts the South Pole. So there's always a polarity here running this whole show. And if you maintain it, it's going to exist. How do we destroy it? Not destroy it, but how do we collapse it where it doesn't exist anymore? That we don't feed it the energy it needs to survive is by us not being dualistic. So we have to, that's the whole message. And there's a couple of things here which you can do. So it's okay to practice the Om, but realize what you're doing and how there is a thing that you're learning in it. Okay. You're learning what love is. Okay. But then we also learned what hate is, didn't we? How many times have people hated someone? Okay, I'll raise my hand up. They did something, I go, man, that guy needs to get what is coming to him.
Yeah.
And then you see another person, look how beautiful that is. How that person is so loving. I watched a loving video the other day. I brought tears to my eyes. But you see, isn't that the other side?
Yeah.
And then you have this other side, the evil. So are we feeding? Yeah, we're feeding it, using our energies. That's what they maintain themselves. Why? They're detached from reality. They're all detached. So they need us to survive. They need our energy. It's kind of like that's exactly what it is. They're sucking us, our loosh, our chi, you want to call it, the chi we have in us. That beautiful thing that we have plenty. We've been maintaining them. You think that they're surviving on their own? No. Do you think that they're creating their own loosh? No. They need us. So what's going to happen is that's the battle that there is. And the battle between keeping us here, and they're going to try their best in the illusion because it's a noodle. The realities that are happening. All the multiverse, it's a noodle. So all we have to do is do our little hops up in our little increments. And then when we realize, okay, really, I love the love, but I want to not feed into that. How do I love without attachment? You can't do that. You can't give food to someone that needs food. but and you can't love them without attachment. I love my wife without attachment for over 30 years. And you can tell her how much I care. You can still care, but you just don't need to, you don't need to apply that emotional stress of balancing. You see, it's a stress. So that it's something you're gonna all of us are gonna have to learn. I can never explain it, but I try my best today. But it is in other words, we need to be in a state what I call, and I guess I'll finish this with this so we don't have this too long, is a universal position. This might go with what might Alex might know a little bit. Universal position. Have you ever studied that?
No,
What universal positioning is? Okay.
no.
When when you have an entanglement, that's duality.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of that? Of entanglement? Quantum entanglement. Quantum entanglement is duality. What's the opposite of it? This is physics. See if anybody on the chat might know a little bit, because this is very interesting. What did they say? Oh, someone deleted that. Come on, Max Vision.
Singularity. The answer on singularity. Quantum entanglement. What's the opposite of that? Yeah, when it's not tangled to anything.
Isn't that what we're saying? That love without attachment?
Yeah.
Quantum positioning. Yes, it's a universal positioning, which means that you can, when you're in that state, you can connect to all the universe that exists. Many. So then when you, it's not astral projection, remote viewing, or soul travel. That's not what that is. You don't need any of that to be in a state of universal positioning, the opposite of quantum entanglement, the duality. So to apply a little physics to it, that's basically what it is. It's, see, time and space is astral projection, remote viewing, and soul travel. That's time and space. When you go out of that time and space, then you become into universal positioning. It's very close to what you say a singularity, what they've been saying. They came up to a good answer. So I like calling it universal positioning. That allows me to be in any universe I want without travel. It's a state of now. That's the true state of now. Of you being who you are. Now, here's the other thing it says. Okay. It's the state where okay. It's the state where you basically sacrifice the selves, the different versions of yourself. You sacrifice in order to become the now. Because you cannot become the now when you're attached to all the different bodies. You know, you say to yourself that you have a consciousness, that you basically where you have the different minds. You know, I call them different bodies. You know, where I did mention them to you if they were right, which is the physical, the astral, the causal, the mental, and the etherical. Those are the different bodies. So when you're in any one of those states, you're not in the universal position. You are quantum entangled. That's the thread. When you learn to be detached from the thread and exist, that means that you no longer need a body. It's what they call the crystalline state. You know, it's beyond the seventh dimension, going up higher, where you
Yeah,
start detaching. You no
yeah.
longer eat. You no longer need food. Are we getting a lot of, yeah?
This I heard about that about people here that have learned specific method that use they call them Bretharians. They
Yes. There's also solitarian sun.
yes,
I knew
sun gazing.
I knew a yogi that would 20 years he didn't eat and all he did was stand and get the sun through his eyes, the morning sun, the first 45 minutes. I'm not saying anybody to do it. Please don't look at the sun. You have to do it. It's a practice done. And then there's the breatharians, they breathe. But what is that doing? What is all that doing? It's becoming, what are you doing when you're in that state? You're becoming, again, like I said, you're universal positioning. You're not really attached to this reality, right? You're not eating anymore, not drinking water. They don't even drink water. I know how it was because I practiced
Yeah.
not drinking water and eating when I was young for 1.5 months, 2 months at a time. I know what that is. So you can become that crystalline state if you decide, which I don't recommend any, until you've learned to become the one without attachment. You become learn love without attachments, learn and you're detaching yourself from this reality. And you'll do it slowly, okay? You can do it slowly. And it's not becoming astral. Again, like I said, it's not becoming astral. It's not becoming remote viewing. That's not it. Those are all time space reality. They will, if you don't go with the guides, it's good to practice that. But if you don't go with the guides, you can also get a hole where the beings can come in and they can get you sick. They can also kill you. You can get death, coma.
That's why I heard it's good to make like a protection bubble or a defense before you do any of those things. But
Ask your guides.
yeah, but
Your
another thing, have you heard of the rainbow bodies?
Yes, there are people that are already that came in here from the higher frequencies. They don't eat or anything. Yeah, they're not. They're almost. They already were in a state of the the one without a yourself without attachment. But so they came down. So they're way higher frequencies than we are. Their vibrations are high. If we keep our vibrations high, stay out of that low energy. I'll give you what low energy is. The Ouija boards. I'm not nothing against it. It's good to experience it, but you're gonna attract low vibrations. So do things that attract high vibrations. They will tentatively be non-dualistic. It doesn't mean that like uh, you need to focus on things that'll benefit the whole group. Help people in their ascension, help people become aware. Hey, do you know that we live in a world that's out of not in our total control? Make people aware. That'll also bring kudos for you because you will start detaching from some of your contracts you've made when you were younger. Like I did many contracts, removed many attachments from people, but I did it in an improper way. So I acquired karma. Their karma. There is a verse in the scripture where you can get, I don't know if I have it here. You can get the karma of someone else. It's in the New Testament. You guys are within the Bible. You can get the karma, and it's okay. Uh, I think it's well, okay. It's in the New Testament. I think it's in Thessalonians, but basically, it represents that if you pray for someone that obviously is dualistic and evil, and they're evil, and you pray for them, you're gonna get their. It's gonna pass on to you. You get their agreement. So you have to be careful who you put your hands on, who you heal and stuff. So I wasn't that well prepared on that. That was like 20 years ago. But then right, it comes up to you and nips you in the butt afterwards. Karma. You will learn to deal with it and then understand it. Then you can release it. You can release all that karma. You don't need to stay with it. So yeah.
That's the thing. That's okay. That I can see in the energy sense, but with the Bible, I don't agree with Moses. What's written in the Bible, I don't agree with.
Yes, there's like I just mentioned like two gods in the Bible, Nigel and Lucifer, and then there's another one. And then
Enki.
yeah, there's like you can get the whole battle of Enki and the two brothers, which then one brother supposedly got, the story is they got jealous, and then because they didn't choose him, so he like took over the moon, and with the moon, which is a simulation, so he messed around with this reality enough to possibly help us realize, and we're becoming in the state of being because of that, but still it's dualistic. We have to be in the state of being and detached from what they did, those agreements. So we came into that battle of Enki and the brothers. Yeah, it's
Enki
in the New Testament. That's why you see that he wanted to destroy Israel because the Jews were the sons of Enki. Yeah. Sons. They were their offsprings. It's all in there, but and you don't even need to go saying it's Enki. You can say that it's the offspring of the human, and then you can do different things, So,
you men. I understand that you means God, so God man.
yeah, the human, yeah. And there is I used to do a chant, and I like the Hugh chant. It's very good. If you learn the Hugh chant, you're still going to be dualistic, but you can at least be preparing yourself for. You see, we're here to play and learn, get knowledge and wisdom. So please do it. Do all you can to get you into this state where you're aware. This all helps us, and that's what they hate the most. They'll confound you in the middle of the process to throw a wrench in it, and that's when you just change, switch. You're always going to be switching, and this dragon coming now is going to really be the dragon gate is going to be involved in switching to
Oh
where
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Lazaro. When is the Dragon Gates going to take place?
I won't give a time, but when you see these things happening, the gate is upon us. It will happen within a moon cycle, in moon cycles. So we just went to the super moon, which I'm gonna need to finish so I can go do a trip.
Mhm.
I hope they don't cut me off, but it's gonna be. But they're not gonna cut that off because it might cut off because I'll be in the. I'm gonna make a trip to the Bermuda Triangle now. So, but remember that there's gonna be the moon cycles is pretty much how the brother that's pissed off has been managing the simulation
and confounding it only because to get back at him. So that's the battle of duality that's happening between the brothers and stuff, which actually benefited us. So he wanted, but he's still a being that takes our loosh. So he's still partaking of our energy, and we're feeding them. So what and it will happen within right at the moon, not the apogees, but the moon cycles. So the one we have now is the super moon. It's the biggest one ever. That's where the Lions Gate came in. No one ever knew that. Are there any astrologers here? The the moon cycles. So okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'll finish with something non-dualistic.
Also,
Pull one. Go ahead. One more question.
oh yeah, Aurora Ring says the Book of Enoch.
Yes, yeah. That goes into the Watchers, and and the fallen angels, Lucifer, and Dagon. It goes into Inky and all that in there. But yeah, it is the battle of duality there within the gods. So don't think that that's like the primal god. No. So it does go into it's the wow, that's a good way to do it, dualistic mind. It's artistic and so when I'll give you what it is. It's the 12 monkey effect, the Book of Enoch. That they believe that they have an agreement, so it's entangled in our reality. So then things will happen entangled because of it. So yeah, there are people that I don't want to go into that because then I'll be dualistic. So I'm just gonna say that there are many groups on YouTube that are dualistic in nature. And if you go into the Messiah effect, you're being dualistic. That's all I have to say. Don't do it. Don't do the Messiah. Don't do the Messiah. You are your own being. You are your own. There's no entanglement to anything else. You are with your guides. You are one without second. There's no duality. So when you become one, that's your nature, and you evolve out of the dualistic mind. Exactly what it says. It's the duality of mind. So when we evolve out of that, we're in the now. So with that, I'll give one of the, I love giving this version. And guess who originally created the beautiful universe, which then we were enticed to come into this? The dragons. So we will want to go back to the dragon universe. And it's the blue dragon that we're talking about, if anybody didn't know that. So I'll give one card of dragon for all of us, and this will be and we'll finish with that. Will that be okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. Okay, let's see what it offers for us from our guides. I have my candle lit for the guide today. Whatever you want to do, whatever tool you use, let me get back on Zoom. Whatever tool you use, as long as you use it in a fashion where you're evolving out of dualistic, it's fine. You're playing here. These are experiences that you're going to be going through. It's okay. Wow, did you see that one? That one came right out. Okay, this is for us, our state of mind after the Lions Gate. Oh boy. This is not coincidence, okay? You saw the card. My wife is a witness. I was talking about the blue dragon.
Yeah.
blue dragon.
Galactic dragon, dark blue galactic dragon.
That's
Nice.
right. Guess what we're in now? A galactic year. Guess what the dragon, this represents, see, the dark blue galactic dragon. This is like the original universe where we came from, where we were practicing and playing, creating.
Mm.
And we were enticed to come into this one. So this is the dragon. You can call it our ancient ancestor. So when people talk about the dragons, and and it's interesting. It says dark blue galactic. Huh?
It's a nice color.
I don't think this dragon ever came out, even the
No.
other day.
No, the other day I remember that didn't came out.
Yeah, and if you see it, it carries like a pouch on it. A pouch on the, see it carrying a pouch?
Mm.
In its hands. Yes.
Okay,
Well-
I'm gonna read what it says. This is for all of us exiting this Lion's Gate. This help you listen to the voice of the universe. Oh my God, sound. Ignite the code of your master blueprint. Access cosmic wisdom. Enter higher service. Wow. Help you listen to the voice of the universe. Ignite the code of your master blueprint. Access. What is your master blueprint? Your universal position. Your love without attachment. You're non-dualistic. It's your master blueprint. That's who you are already. You're just not aware of it. Access cosmic wisdom. But it says here, see what it says here? Remember I said about codes? Ignite the codes. Wow. And if you see the dragon, where is it inflated? His heart. You see his heart?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going up.
Exactly. And it's almost like pointing to the stars. It's beautiful. And if you see, it has some codes coming in. Where is it coming into? The heart. You see that stream coming in?
Oh yes, yes, I see it.
Okay, those are codes. That's all we can get from all these gates is codes from our higher self. Information
Information, yeah.
goes in through the heart, and our being processes it. Okay. Wow. Ignite them. You know why it says ignite? Because the dragon's fire. The heart is fire. When the code goes in, all of us ignite it. Set it afire. Put it into action. You see, the state of doing is not the state of duality. The state of trying to balance, that's when you come out of that state. You become dualistic. We are not here to balance this universe. Access cosmic wisdom. What is the cosmic wisdom? Yourself. Your inner guides. They're going to give you this wisdom. And I know Lois knows what I'm saying. When she does her cards, she's getting this wisdom. You know, she gives coming out. Okay? And then enter higher service. So the higher service is obviously what we're trying to do, ascend to a higher dimension, higher being. It's a higher service. You see, you can't go into that service unless you experience it. There's no, I'm there, oh, let me see what's going on here. It's not you going into a dark movie theater and then start watching a movie. Oh, that's what it is. No, this is you experience it here, and then you can go there. There's no going into a dark movie theater experience.
That's true.
I'll let you show the dragon. I think this is the beautifulest dragon, the blue one. I know you
Yeah.
like it, Alex, because you like the blue dragons.
Oh yeah, and the dark purple, hey, it's nice. I love the dark. It's really
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, I know, it's beautiful. And I said before, we came from the blue dragon before the universe and before, and let me tell you, that dragon's waiting there. We can play with it. We can go into that. That creation is not dualistic. It's an ancient creation. We were actually led into this universe because all of us here are only humans. There's nobody else. Humans. This is a human dimension. The other ones are not. So we were fooled into coming into this earth as humans. Okay?
For a lesson.
Exactly. We can play here. Go ahead. If some people want to stay a million years, I'll tell you what, they're going to go into bodies that are 3.0. They're going to be humanoid. They're going to be, as it says, they're not going to face themselves, who they really are, which I think is what the message is today. I hope all of you get it. How you doing? Let's do a shout out and blessings to all.
Hello, Anya.
Anya.
Thank you, Anja. Nice having you here. I hope you probably caught the tail end. Thanks, Mel Max, 1111 code, Aurora, Ice Station. Wow, that's a new one. Ice Station. Thank you, Patrick, for doing the rods. I hope you were doing the rods throughout the show, the stream. Anybody else? Let's see. I don't know how many people are watching. There's 13. Okay. I hope we shouted out to all. And then, okay. And what I'll do is just watch the rerun. There's a lot of interesting things that happen. I think I got, let me see. I have this all recorded, so it'll be interesting. My side is going to be without the glitches, okay?
Well, your son.
So, but your end is going to be with the glitches. So, what I could probably do is, I don't know, maybe I could probably upload it and mix it, and then we can get a whole message without, you can let it upload. Or is there a way that you have the recording on Zoom?
It's already going straight to YouTube now, as we record.
Oh wow!
See, once I end it, it's on YouTube.
But you can download it afterwards as an MP4 and just I'll talk to you later about it. I can give you a Dropbox, and then you can upload it to there, which I got a terabyte, and that I can load any video. Then that'll allow me to
Stop laughing at me, Johan.
Oh, Jonah. Okay, that's good. Yeah. So how long have we been on? 2 hours. About 2 hours, right?
Yeah, a little over 2 hours.
Okay, that's good. We did good today. We did 73. Whoa, someone's counting the minutes. Okay. Well, that's 73 minutes. That's less than an hour and a half. Okay. But yeah, there's I'll go ahead and see if what I can do is I can post in the chat afterwards a link so they can hear the whole thing. I'll put the whole thing, but just audio. How about that?
Okay.
Nothing is missed, but you're only gonna miss like a couple of minutes. But it'd be interesting to see how much was chopped out. You know,
Yeah.
throughout the whole thing. So, because I know what happens is we don't know, but there's when you put the video back on, you lose a bunch of minutes. So we'll do that. I'll work something out, okay? Which I
Okay.
do easily on that. So blessings to all. Be one without second. Be one and learn to love without attachment. Remember the agreements that you click to. You're gonna be karmically responsible for them on YouTube. So when you click, make sure you make your separation to source and say that you are agreeing to hear, but you're agreeing to disagree. You're not agreeing to being here in this body the way we are, but we are agreeing to give the message out. This is why I'm doing that. So if you when you do that enough times and it domino effects throughout YouTube, guess what's gonna happen? There's not gonna be no necessary for agreement. Because right now Facebook is collapsing and a lot it might go to FaceTime or I don't know what they're thinking. They're losing their revenue and all this is happening because of our being the state we are. So blessings and thank you all. And do you have anything you want to say or anything else, Lois?
Oh yeah. Thank you, Alex, for coming on here.
Yeah, always a
Supporting
pleasure.
me. Thank you, Ascending, as always.
Now
Thank
you
you,
know.
people.
Now you know why I call myself ascending to being, and I I don't like the word ascension, so that's why. So I picked ascending to being. That was from my guides. They told me to do that. So plenty blessings, and I'll see you soon, Lois. Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully
Thanks,
we'll have some.
everybody.
Thanks everybody. Thanks all. Many blessings. I guess we can do some cards next time if you want. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do cards next time.
And you can I'll just be there. What I can probably do is you can do the cards and maybe Rainbow Phoenix, and I can just pull one card to give a definition or something. I love to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds cool. All right. Bye bye.
All right.
Love
Bye, y'all.
all. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye, Alex, and thanks a lot. Thanks for being my advocate. Okay, I love it.
That is cool. Always a pleasure.